As we have learned thus far in class and in our degree program, data can come from a variety of sources and in an assortment of formats. Thus, it is imperative to establish an accurate and clean data set before any type of analysis or data manipulation can occur. Hi, my name is Mabel Cooper, and this is my TeachOne presentation for HAP671 on data normalization. The objectives of this presentation are to briefly discuss data types, normalization, and normal forms. First, it is important to understand that not all data is the same. There are two main types of data, unstructured and structured data. Structured data is comprised of clearly defined data types with patterns that make them easily searchable. Examples of this type of data could include Likert-type scale survey data or even lists of diagnoses from a table. On the other hand, unstructured data is everything else. It is comprised of data that is usually not as easily searchable, including formats like open-ended survey questions or even narrative medical notes from an electronic health record. When researching this topic, several definitions for data normalization arose, but the one which I found to most clearly define it is from Watts 2020. This two-part definition states that 1. Data normalization is the organization of data to appear similar across all records and fields, and 2. That it increases the cohesion of entry types, leading to cleansing, lead generation, segmentation, and higher quality data. Examples of this could include ensuring that all decimals are expressed in fraction format or with the same number place values after the decimal point, that all fractions are simplified, or that all timestamps exclude microseconds. Moreover, data normalization could involve removing duplicates and artifacts like blanks or null values, which could lead to inaccurate results when queries or analysis is performed. Data normalization is especially important in relational databases like SQL, where duplicate and denormalized data could lead to longer processing time, errors, and where redundant data could take up precious databases' limited storage capacity. Part of data normalization is establishing what those norms or standards will be when building a database. Currently, there are a basic set of standards for data normalization, and they are called normal forms. There are 7 of them, but according to Guru 99, most DBMS or database management systems like SQL are normalized up to the 3rd normal form. So we will review the first 3 today. A relational database is in first normal form if every attribute in that database is a single valued attribute, meaning that each table cell should contain a single value. Each record needs to be unique. As you can see in the example, the column labeled full name has 2 values, first and last name. The table should be split so each cell contains 1 value. Second normal form. To be in second normal form, a database must first be in first normal form, and it must not contain any partial dependency. A relational database is in second normal form if it has no partial dependency. This means that there is no partial dependency on what has been identified as a primary key. For example, in our data, the primary key is the patient ID. A partial dependency means that data is only related to a subset of the primary key, and so sometimes tables need to be split to meet the second normal form. In the example shown here, a separate table was created to store job title values and linked those values using a foreign key value named job ID, which refers to the primary key job ID in the job titles table. The third normal form states that the database needs to be in second normal form, and that the database has no transitive functional dependencies. A transitive functional dependency means a dependency could change a non-key column. For example, in the table shown, changing the city could change the state or vice versa. Instead, coding them independently removes that transitive functional dependency, and again, to accomplish this, the table is split. Ultimately, the goal of data normalization is to remove redundancies, establish an accurate and clean data set which will allow for smoother, faster data analysis and yield the most accurate results when the data is queried. Thank you.